Good morning, everyone. Thanks for having me here today, and thanks to the PlaceTech team for setting this up. My name is Enrico Faccioli. I'm Chief Operating Officer at Gyana. Gyana is a big data startup that provides insights into physical locations using human mobility data. In the next 10 minutes or so, I'll run you through what Gyana is and how we're helping real estate professionals on their day-to-day job. I've been asked to talk to you a little bit about myself. So I did a master in finance a few years ago in the UK, joined Legal & General in the real assets division. But as soon as I started, I really realized how real estate industry was far behind the financial sector. And there was no Bloomberg for real estate, there was no data availability. Everything was released annually or in quarters. So started an innovation capability at Legal & General. We did a lot of pilot testing over there. We did a lot of, some investment in startups, PropTech, smart cities. And then I met Joita Das, the CEO and founder of Gyana, and really decided to join Gyana and that journey to empower decision makers and analysts all around the world to make better and more informed decisions using human mobility data. So why Gyana? So in real estate, we always say location, 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 but we really believe that location is only one side of the equation, because real estate is about real people. Where do they go? Where do they come from? Where do they work? Where do they live? How much time do they spend in your shopping center, in your office space? And getting hold of this kind of information has always been very hard, but we now live in a hyper-connected world with billions of devices connected, and it's now the right time to start harvesting all this kind of information. And this is becoming a make or break. This slide is only about retail, but this could have been office with the whole space as a service trend, or industrial with the whole logistic revolution and Amazon. So if businesses and investors fail to embrace these new trends or fail to react in time, they're in big trouble. And this is why we created Gyana. Gyana is a SaaS platform. You can open it up on your web browser. It's powered by mainly two types of data. We have geographical places database. So we've got an in-house team of data scientists that geofence territories and assets across the world. So far, we've geofenced over 5 billion square feet across the countries you see in the slide: UK, US, Russia, Germany, and very excited for our Swedish launch. So I've been here for a week now. I feel Sweden is kind of my home and kind of used to the weather as well, snow. So we've been up in Åre with Åre. Yeah, sorry about the pronunciation. It's difficult for me. With Magnus and other partners up in Åre in the mountains, launching our Swedish platform. So it will be up and running, especially for Stockholm at the beginning, in the next literally days, weeks, and then we want to cover the whole Sweden in the next few months. So we're really open for business here. And then the second chunk of data, which is very interesting, the whole human mobility data. So that's a combination of GPS, smartphone location data, Wi-Fi hotspots, telco data, and we buy all this data from over 80 global data providers worldwide. Even before you ask, this is all anonymized, aggregated at source. So we're fully GDPR compliant, ISO certified, Gartner cool vendor. We've worked with NASA, UK Ministry of Defense in the past. So we have probably the highest clearance in terms of data privacy you can expect. And yeah, in terms of why are we different? Well, as I've just said, it's kind of the breadth we operate with. Very comprehensive. We've got a lot of data across multiple countries. So we're working with clients that have portfolios, for example, in the UK, but also in Germany, in the US. So they like that kind of global approach where they can just use one platform for their whole analysis. But also we want to be live. We're kind of tired of those annual updates, quarterly retail numbers. We really want to move toward a live platform. And at the moment, data in our solution is updated monthly. We're moving to bi-monthly, probably in the next couple of weeks, and we want to get to a point where data is live. And also, another big point is our platform is self-service. So again, we want to move away from those consulting reports that takes months to get done. And by the time they're out and you get that delivered to you, it's already out of date, and you probably paid 20K for that. So we want to empower you and you'll be able to use the platform by yourself as many times as you want and get answers in seconds rather than months. So I just want to give you like 3 different practical use cases for real estate professionals that are currently using our platform. So first one, real-time performance monitoring and due diligence. So this is actually a screenshot from our platform. You can see up there some indicators. This is actually Bicester, is a retail kind of town center in the UK. You can see some indicators on the top, how many retail locations are there, what's been the footfall over time in the last quarter, last year, how's that changed year on year, and also dwell time and much more. So this is interesting because you can do this kind of analysis at different macro levels. So this is a town center. You could do a region, but you could also go into micro locations, so a shopping center or that Pret down the street. At the same time, we do brand level analysis. So we aggregate all this information about individual units from bottom up. So you're able to see, for example, let's say you're interested in H&M footfall in the whole UK, you're able to see how's that changed through time. What's been H&M footfall in the last quarter or in the last year? And that is really unbiased because we're not agents. And yeah, we have no really behavioral bias in our data. And this can be really useful as an early risk indicator. So let's say you see a brand footfall falling through time, you might want to start investigating whether that tenant how's that doing, is struggling, is it just that unit in that shopping center, how does that compare to another one in a different shopping center, for example. But also this could be very useful for due diligence analysis. So let's say you're targeting to buy a shopping center. Most of the times you won't probably get the footfall information from who you're trying to buy from. And even if you get that, well, you will probably struggle to get competitors' footfall. So you want to know how's the shopping centers nearby performing. That's very difficult to know. But you could literally use this tool to get a better understanding on footfall, dwell time, which are the competing shopping centers. Another interesting use case has been quite a lot used is really helping to enhance tenant mix within retail locations. So let's say you have a vacant unit in a shopping center. How do you know which brand to invite? What's your ideal tenant over there? Well, the best way to find out is really understanding what are the people that visit your shopping center, what are their customers' preferences. So where do they go shopping normally, for example? And we can have a look, for example, at clothing. We see that people visiting that shopping center tend to prefer visiting and shopping at Greenwood's menswear compared to Diesel. So if you had to start a conversation about bringing in a clothing brand, you would prefer bringing in one of those guys on the left compared to the others. And then the last one I want to touch on is our before and after analysis. So let's say you just completed a big urban regeneration project, or you've just expanded a shopping center, or you've just done a big marketing campaign. How do you know whether you're attracting people from further out? How do you know whether dwell time has changed after that initiative? How do you measure success? Well, you could actually use this before and after analysis to do that. We basically monitor change through time, so in different time periods of key variables. And the interesting thing that some developers have started using are, well, actually nobody is stopping you to understand what worked and what didn't work in other people's. So you can actually have a look at that urban regeneration project that has been completed in Bristol or in wherever shopping center to inform your future strategy. And yeah, this is just some of our clients. I would say that probably around 40-50% of our client base at the moment is in the real estate sector. The rest is, as we call them, financial services, so private equity, hedge funds, and a lot of consulting companies as well are using us in many different ways. And yeah, this is just what we do. We want to empower decision makers and analysts with a powerful big data tool that they can use whenever they want to make better informed decisions. And as I said, we're open for business now in Sweden as well. So please come and talk to me if you think this might be helpful for your organization. Thank you.